Racing jargon. Complicated, right? We're here to explain. Now, this is George, noisy cockerel, also known as Purple Moon. That was his racing name, and anyone who follows me on Instagram will be quite familiar with him. He's going to be my prop now, and I'm going to run through a lot of the points on the horse that we talk about often on TV that sometimes you might not know exactly what we're talking about. So let's start here. This is his head, his face. He's got a big white blaze, that's what we call it. Horses have different markings. That's his. Beautiful big eyes, nostrils, mouth. This is where the bit sits in here, and what you might not know is that horses have teeth at the front here, big old yellow gnashers, and then they have teeth at the back here. These ones pick the grass and those ones chew it essentially. So the bit here sits in an area where they don't have teeth on the gums, and it sits over the tongue there. Sometimes horses wear tongue ties to keep the tongue in place so it doesn't go back and obstruct the airways. Then we go back, these are his beautiful big cheeks, this is his neck, back down to his shoulder, front legs or forelegs as we like to call them, through the middle of his body. These are the withers, this is where the saddle sits, that's where the girth goes. We'll often talk about that being the horse's girth. You like a long, deep area here. Plenty of room for the heart and the lungs. The lungs go from here to there. They are absolutely enormous, 55 litre capacity, 18 sets of ribs throughout here. And then we go back over here, stand still buddy, and these are the hindquarters, this is the hip. In sprinters these tend to be bigger, stronger, more muscular. In more staying types they tend to be a bit leaner. And then you go down and that's the hock. These are called the joints. That's the hoof, this is the pastern. That all is similar in the front leg here. This is what we call the knee, cannon bone, joints, pastern, hooves, tendons essentially run down the back of the leg. When you hear of a horse having done a tendon, that would be when they've damaged the one that runs down the back here, which extends a lot, especially on jumpers when they're going over the big obstacles. Pick it up, and that's the hoof. These are the shoes. Exercise shoes tend to be heavier, made of steel, last longer. In the races I'll have aluminium plates put on, which will be lighter, a bit like a runner wearing his spikes. The horse's foot is growing all the time, so every 6 weeks the farrier will take that off, trim back the hoof, shape it properly and put the new shoe on. And two other things. This, you might be wondering, why has he got a funny pattern on him? Why is he half hairy, half not hairy? Well, that's because it's winter. Horses grow extra, what we call a coat in the winter to keep warm. Because he's in work, I clip him so that when I ride him, he doesn't get too sweaty, too hot. But I've left this on him because I don't want him to get cold, essentially. A lot of horses you'll see, especially National Hunt at this time of year, will be fully clipped out. They might just have a saddle patch here just to protect them a little bit. And then also, one thing to remember, we always refer to this as the near side. With a horse, you always do everything on this side. And we'll refer to their legs near fore, off fore, near hind, off hind. And jockey always gets on this side, always gets off on this side. Every time you approach the horse, it's always on the near side. And I've got to say, you are a perfect model. Thanks, George. If anyone's got any comments, thoughts, questions, leave me a message below.